question was, critics always criticize Brock Lesnar saying he doesn't like to get punched in the face. Who does? What do you have to say to that?
I've just been working on trying to become the best heavyweight fighter that I can possibly be. Obviously, I've been through a lot of different things in the last couple of years. Been focused on my stand-up game. Obviously, everybody knows I'm a wrestler, and I really don't know anybody that enjoys getting hit in the face. It's not that I don't enjoy getting hit. It's just we've worked on things to try to overcome my defects and try to polish things to be the best. You got to be a well-rounded fighter in this organization, and that's all I can try to do.
Can you talk a little bit about what you are over your health issues and how much you have put that aside to concentrate on the work on the preparation for your fight against Alistair?
My health is 100%. The surgery was a success. If you guys follow the media, that question has been answered about 3 million times. I feel good. I'm ready, excited. Everything's in line. I just want to fight right now. That's it.
You're fighting a guy who's debuting in the UFC. You were the UFC champion, the heavyweight champion, and you are the underdog. Does that add a little incentive to you for fighting night?
The underdog with a big fucking bite, alright? After the last couple years of what I've gone through, and to be here, to be back fighting, to be in front of my fans and my not-so fans, and I'm just excited to be here as everybody else, and thanks for waiting around and put on a good fight right now.
You were a commentator, you were speaking, you were on the show, you did fantastic. I was thoroughly impressed. Do you see more TV in your future like that outside of the octagon?
Oh yeah, he's a real bundle of joy.
And Dana, you were great as always.
Yeah,
it was always a pleasure to see you. Of course,
yeah,
you're on Fox
he's
Station.
real fun and so fun being around, just spending quality time with him and hanging. You know what I mean?
Did you have fun? I mean, did you prep for it? Did you read the teleprompter? What did you do?
I've been in front of the cameras for a long time. My stint in the WWE helped groom me in many different ways other than just being in the octagon. Now this is my presence here is to showcase my skills and to showcase amateur wrestling and just as these other guys showcase kickboxing or jiu-jitsu, and they all come from different backgrounds but I really did enjoy the Fox, the analytical side of things, and up until now I haven't really given it much thought. I'm a fighter right now, and that's what I want to do right now.
Well, we're a Fox station, so we'll see you back on Fox January 28th. Woo!
Thank you.
You mentioned obviously your background in WWE, and it seems as though you've turned a corner in terms of acceptance. People no longer really refer to you as a former WWE wrestler. They call you former UFC champion. Do you still feel as though you represent that world, though, being probably the most popular guy to come over from that world into this world?
Well, I was a former WWE champion. I mean, if you've lived in a cave for the last 50 years, you probably think it's real, but it's not. Sorry, but but at the end of the day, what got me to that stage was being an amateur wrestler and being a Division I NCAA champ, and so it's just been my career, and I haven't labeled myself that. I go as Brock Lesnar, the UFC fighter, and you guys can put whatever label you want on me. I don't really give a shit.
This question's for Brock. Brock, you just mentioned your previous involvement in the WWE. Explain to us the difference between going out to a WWE match and stepping out to a UFC match, and how that has really driven you to MMA as opposed to wrestling, because I'm assuming it wasn't money that brought you over to the UFC.
When I was in the WWE, I mean, I was in show business. You know, we go out. At the end of the day, you know, people get hurt inside the ring, and we try to take care of one another in there. But I approached this kind of, you know, I've been a competitor since I was 5 years old. I mean, I started wrestling when I was 5, and street fighting when I was probably 8. Who knows? I mean, but I mean, it's all we grew up. There was nothing much else to do. Go to the next town and scrap and steal other guys' girlfriends. But you know, so I mean, I've had over 100 wrestling matches. You know, so I don't even know what my UFC record is. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, we're both going to step in on Friday night, 0-0, and that's the way I approach this. You feed off of your last fight. It's over and done with. You turn the page, and life goes on. We try to become a better fighter, and that's where I'm at.
Jiu-jitsu, and I think it's very underrated. Would you agree with that? And do you think he could get you in a guillotine, which is probably his, best maneuver, in my opinion?
We've watched all of Alistair's fights. We've studied him, and I believe that we've left no stone unturned, and I'm prepared for anything. You can't underestimate anybody. I mean, in this division and in this organization. So anything can happen at any time, and that's just the way. Somebody's going to enter the octagon and win, and somebody's got to lose. That's why you people pay big money to see who does that.
We've seen a lot from you. Obviously, athleticism, size, speed, and strength. One of the most underutilized weapons that you have is your reach. You have an 81-inch reach. That's one of the top. I believe the 84.5-inch is the longest in the UFC. So, what have you done to work on your boxing? We've seen what a reach does for John Jones. What have you done to utilize it? Obviously, you're in your infancy, basically in your career, only 5-2, only 7 fights. This is your 8th. What have you done to work on your boxing? What have you done? Because that's just another weapon that you could really utilize, and that would be something that you'd be harder to fight.
Like I said before, I started wrestling when I was 5 years old. It's conditioned in my DNA. Wrestling is in my DNA, and so I think just repetition of sparring and having Pat Barry in my gym and then in front of me. And being able to just condition my mind and get it in my DNA that it becomes instinctive.
Yeah, this is for Brock. Hey Brock, what do you got to do to win your fight on Saturday?
Just go out and perform to the best of my capabilities. Control the fight and make it my fight. And I think that's everybody. In this organization, if they can go out and be successful at their game plan, good things happen.